Hey, Timmy.
What are we learning today?
We are learning about interphase.
Yay, I'm so excited!
Tammy, did you know the cell cycle is a series of events that takes place in a cell as it grows and divides?
Oh, Gabe, tell me more about it.
I will tell you about my favorite part of the cell cycle. It's called interphase. Interphase is the preparation phase for mitosis. It is also the longest phase in the cell cycle. The interphase takes place in the cytoplasm and the cell nucleus. Interphase has phases it must go through.
You're telling me that the interphase goes through phases? How many phases are there?
3 phases. Well, in G1, the first phase, the cell function makes high amounts of proteins, which is actually normal cell growth.
Gabriel, I heard something about the cell increases in size as more are produced.
Hold on, Timmy. You need to make sure you understand everything completely. More cell organelles, like the mitochondria, are produced when the cell increases in size and volume.
Let me make sure I am understanding this. The mitochondria makes the second one?
The cell as a whole makes the second mitochondria. The mitochondria together make one big powerhouse network to supply the rest of interphase.
Oh, okay. I get it now. Is there any regulation for the cells that pass?
Yes, but in the G0 phase, they need time to rest. After the G0 resting phase, the DNA must be undamaged. The growth signals must be present to get through the checkpoint.
How do I know when it can proceed?
If the G1 checkpoint decides if it's favorable, it can proceed. Whenever it passes the checkpoint, they cannot go back or quit.
What happens if they aren't favorable?
The cell can go under apoptosis.
What is that?
Well, basically, it is cell suicide. It destroys itself because it is harmful to the cell. Now it can move on to the S phase. S stands for synthesis. It's called S phase because it synthesizes DNA.
You can synthesize DNA?
Yes, the cell makes a copy of its DNA.
So there's just floating DNA everywhere?
No, it is held together by histones by wrapping around the DNA.
What happens to the chromosomes? Do they get copied?
Yes, actually, they do. So you have the original chromosome that duplicates itself. The chromosome splits in half, then becomes 2 chromatids. Each chromatid goes to a daughter cell.
Whoa, there's a lot of cool information.
I'm glad you think it's cool, because this is my favorite part. But also, because I will now tell you about the G2 phase. This is like a backup plan if all else fails.
What do you mean backup plan?
So, G1 makes everything and connects the mitochondria, right?
Yeah?
However, G2 fixes any minor damage and it gets it ready for the checkpoint, similar to the G1 checkpoint. This process gets it ready for mitosis.
You are really good at teaching these phases. I think we may be getting close to the end.
You're right, Tammy. The last part of interphase is the G2 checkpoint. The checkpoint checks a few things overall. If there are too many proteins in one site, the cell will not divide. If there is not a complete duplicate of DNA in the cells, they will stop dividing. The organelles inside of the cell need to be in place, and if the cell is stressed, it will stop growing.
Wow. Thanks, Gabe, for teaching me all this cool information about interphase. I'm really excited you told me this. But just to make sure, I'm gonna go over it. So, G1 makes a new mitochondria, more protein and other cellular material. In G0, it needs time to rest. Now in G1 checkpoint, it's determined if apoptosis is needed or if it's favorable. S phase makes double of everything. G2 fixes minor damage. And G2 checkpoint makes sure everything is running smoothly.
You got it! I am glad you enjoyed our conversation about interphase, Tammy. If you or any other friends have any questions, feel free to ask.